Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So you need all the stuff that I'm like putting up right now, and like if you don't catch it, it'll be listed in the description below. You could, for this you need like mousse, but non-alcoholic mousse. So like I use the Afrogy, and for my adhesive I'll be using Gold Hold. Don't get this thing, don't use this, that's the devil. I didn't like it. And you also need like a razor blade. You can use any hairspray. I react badly to Got To Be That, so I'm using the Chi hairspray. I showed you two like head wraps, but you can use one if you want. Y'all don't judge me. I don't know what you have under your wig, but this is what I have under mine. And I'm just gonna oil my scalp just for like, I'm not sure, it's because I won't be seeing my head for a while, so might as well oil it. I wear two wig caps, one darker one, and that's so like the oil doesn't seep through like the top cap and like to my actual wig. The bottle that I just showed you was like 51% alcohol. I react badly to 91%, so I just grabbed the 51% and I put it in like the old Seabreeze bottle. Now I'm just taking the Seabreeze, and then I'm gonna go in with the skin protector from Gold Hold. I'm showing you right now. I started using skin protect like when I noticed that I was really breaking out because of like alcohol, and it was just like for precaution, because like you can see the you can see the darkness around my forehead. Don't mind me, I was just stretching out the cap. Now I'm just gonna do the bald cap method. It's pretty self-explanatory. You've seen it all over YouTube, so just watch me do it like one time without me talking. I'm just showing you the popsicle stick that I'll be using for my adhesive. Before I cut off the ball cap and measure it to my head, I'm going to take my foundation and like put that all over the cap, because the color of this cap does not match my skin tone. Please, please, please do not cut yourself while you're doing this process and like removing the cap. I've cut myself multiple times, and you don't want that, because you're going to go back in with alcohol and clean off the rest of the foundation that you're going to put on your forehead. It's going to burn. So please do not cut yourself. Do not cut yourself. For the back, I'm just going to like tuck it behind. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody shows you what happens with the rest, but I'm showing you that I'm going to tuck it under my braids. I'm going back in with foundation to cover the edges of that cap. So I'm just showing you my wig. I got it from AliExpress, and that's all I'm going to say about it. That's really all I'm going to say about it. You're just going to want to put it on and like measure how you're going to put your wig on to make sure that the cap isn't too low on your head. So you're just going to make sure you adjust it and put it on comfortably. But I'm just showing you like the fake scalp moment I had going on right now. Here I'm just taking my brown pencil, I'm just like marking out the place I need to cut. Make sure you measure it and like you keep adjusting until you're satisfied. Now I'm just taking the Seabreeze and I'm going to clean around my hairline to get that foundation off. And I'm going to go in with skin protectant and just like put that on. I'm going to use the Seabreeze twice to make sure that all the foundation is off first. So I'm just showing you guys the inside of the wig. I did tint the lace and also put foundation inside. The lace is darker than my arm because my forehead and my face is darker than my arm. So it was tinted to match my face and not my arm. Here, just use your clips to push back the baby hairs. And right now we're just dancing to Repeat by J Hus and Toffee. I was just showing you like where my middle part is. You want to always make sure you know where your middle part is on your wig before you glue it down, so like it's very even. Okay, I was just smiling at the camera because I don't want you to do this, but I also don't want you to use like a brown pencil or a white pencil to mark out where the hairline is. But I do this because like it comes off easy and like it's my skin, but like it's bad for you, but it's better than using like a dark brow pencil to mark around, because like that usually gets on the lace and it darkens the lace, and like everybody can tell that, oh sis, that's a wig, bro, that's a wig. I'm not telling you to do this, but I was just measuring my forehead space and it's very low, but as I keep putting the wig on I can like adjust it and move it back. But like for this install, nobody come for me in the comments, my wig is gonna be low. I was even measuring this, my eyebrow space. Okay, so the layer I'm putting on right now is not an official layer of like glue that I'm putting on. This is just to seal the edges of the cap. And I learned this like technique from Zell Lewis here on YouTube. Shout out to you. Thank you. For all wig videos that like you've probably seen, they always tell you to wait for the glue to be clear. But you have to make sure that all the layers are clear before you put on glue, or else you're gonna have this white residue they're not gonna like and your install is gonna be messed up. That's what you want, for the layer to be clear. And I just showed you in my hand like how thick or how wide the glue should be. You want to make sure you take out all the hairs, because you don't want that stuck in your lace either. It's gonna make your lace very dark and people will know that you're wearing a wig. So as you saw in the beginning, I cut my lace layer to layer, so that's how, no, section by section. And that's how I'm gonna lay down my wig. I'm gonna do 4 layers, and I only did 4 in the middle because by the time I got back to apply the wig, the layer before had like passed the point of being tacky and it was like getting dry. So that's why I'm doing 4 layers on each section. For this, you want to match up the lace or the hairline with the glue as close as possible, and make sure you don't press it in until like you've adjusted it to where you want it to be. Like don't go in with your fingers yet until like you really have it where you want to be, because like see me lifting it, it won't be easy to lift if you've already pressed it in. But after you like put it down, you're gonna take your comb and you're gonna smudge it in. I'm not gonna say push, I'm gonna say smudge, because it's not like too much pressure, but it's like enough to where like the comb doesn't press too hard and like the glue is seeping through the lace. So you're gonna do that and make sure it's on very well, and zhuzh it up, smudge it up, whatever. You can use a hand dryer or overhead dryer to speed up the glue, the melting process, but I don't have time for all that noise in my ear. So like I wait for it to dry naturally, and I put on my head wrap just for it to like melt even more. If you see like white glue under, don't panic, please. Okay, now I'm just like showing you what it looks like after I'm done, and now I'm gonna put my head wrap on before I cut off the lace. This is just like, this is how I do it and how I get the best install. So I put it on, let that sit for like 1 to 2 minutes, and I come back and I take it off. Now it's time to cut the lace, and I recommend that you use like an eyebrow razor, and that you're careful and you don't cut yourself. Like I had to pause and make sure that I wasn't cutting skin, because like that lace was melted. Like I had to stop and make sure that I knew what I was cutting, and like I wasn't gonna get skin or make blood come out of my face. With this, you do have to take your time. I don't want you to rush it, because when you rush stuff, it doesn't look the best. It's like when you're at peace and you have like your mind on like what you're doing, that's when like your install will also like last very long. Okay, for those little edges that are lifting, don't worry, we're gonna handle it in the next few clips that you're about to see. But you're still gonna want to zhuzh it in, what you have, zhuzh it in until we get to that part. Okay, so with the popsicle stick, I just like take a little bit of adhesive and I just like push the parts that aren't sticking back, and I apply glue there. I just push it back to make sure I know where I'm putting glue. I'm gonna apply the same number of layers that I did when I was applying the wig the first place. Now, taking the edge or like the rat tail part of the, what is this comb, you're just gonna like slide it on. Don't push, you're just gonna use the edges to just slide it down. And if the thing is getting sticky, just do what I did and like remove it with your hand. There I go again, measuring my forehead space. Just pushing the edges back and like adjusting the clips to make sure everything is like pushed back, because we're gonna go in with the wrap now. I'm going in with both of them. If you don't have to, one is okay. But like while this is like melting, I'm gonna lift it back and I'm gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna put Seabreeze on it so I can clean the edges of the lace where there may be like excess glue. Make sure you don't touch the lace. Make sure you don't touch. Now that the lace is off, or now that the wrap is off, I'm going to pull down the stuff that I'm going to use for my baby hairs. So I'm going to take the mousse just to push back the parts that I don't want to use make sure that they're out of the way. Here I'm just like making sure I'm putting the swoops where I want them. That's why I do it dry first, and then I go in and cut about an inch is what they usually tell you to do, and what I'm also telling you to do. Again, this gel really had me messed up. Like, it had the edges stuck down, so hard to move. That's why, and it was so sticky. That's why I just went in with the mousse later, because this product is so sticky. Like, I had to use my finger to get my finger that's already stuck off of it. You do want to be gentle while doing your baby hairs, because like the lace just got it was just applied, so like you have to be gentle, because like some of the edges of the lace will be lifting, but your job is to not panic, even though that's what you want to do, but just like be careful. Okay, so I'm showing you where I loosened the baby hairs, and I'm using the mousse because the mousse is easier to move around with. But now, if you didn't listen to anything else that I told you to do, listen to this part. This step is the most crucial, and I'm just gonna apply that mousse all over my hairline, around my hairline, even on the baby hairs. Make sure you put it everywhere. This is my technique. I've not seen anybody do this, but like this really works. See, I'm putting that headscarf on my arm just to get ready, because like this needs to happen very fast. Put the mousse down, take your hairspray, either it got to be your chi or your bed head, and spray it. Spray it, don't wait, spray it. Take your head wrap quickly, wrap it down, and like you're gonna put the head wrap on for about 4 to 5 minutes. You're gonna take it off just to see like your result. So I'm putting on both of them, and you're gonna see me when I take it off. Now I'm back and I'm ready to show you what I have going on. Like, as I told you, if you didn't listen to all the stuff that I said before and like it was rubbish to you, the part that I just did before this with the mousse and the hairspray, you have to listen to, because look at that. That's the best that your wig is gonna look with you installing it yourself and like not taking a class. Like, look at that. I'm even coming close up. Those little white things are from that demonic gel, but look at that. And that is my install. Hey guys, I'm back, but like this is gonna be a talk through. Okay, so about the hair, I got it from Aliexpress. I'm not gonna speak on it because in the last clip you saw, the frontal was literally so short. I didn't like it, but I went and added some bundles to the frontal to make it longer. If you follow me on Instagram and you watch my story that day, you would have seen that I added bundles to the frontal. So like if you look in between, there'll be like bundles sewed in the frontal. And that was just for like length and fullness, because last clip company had me effed up. Don't ask about the company because I'm not being sponsored. I am salty, and like the hair, that was unacceptable. So I am liking the hair, the lace. It doesn't. Okay, if you wear wigs, you would know that when you apply makeup, your lace becomes darker and like more noticeable. But this is like the best my lace has looked with makeup on, so I will commend the company for like my lace looking semi-decent. Yeah, for my lace looking semi-decent when I have makeup on. And I mostly don't wear makeup on a regular, especially since like we're in quarantine and everything. I won't be wearing makeup that much and be going out, so the lace is good enough for me. Another thing I wanted to say was about like your wig application process. Like, you need to make sure that you have time don't want to rush it, or else like your install is gonna be rubbish. You can't install a lace wig and like expect it to be bomb when you're not taking your time. So that's one thing. I forgot what I wanted to say, but like that's all for the video. I hope you liked it. Thank you.